Live from Fenway Park in Boston, NESN presents Boston Red Sox baseball. This afternoon, the Red Sox wrap up their 4-game series with the Tampa Bay Devil Rays. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. The Red Sox and the Devil Rays wrapping up the series. One of the problems for the Red Sox earlier this season was clutch hitting. Lately, they've had some very good, timely hitting. 285 team average with runners in scoring position. 397 in the 10 games this month so far. The Red Sox have gone 6-4 during that time. 2-out RBIs this season. The leaders for the Red Sox, Manny Ramirez with 39 and David Ortiz with 37. One of the guys who's been highly successful in that category is Kevin Youkilis.
It's been a big surprise for a lot of people, Don. Back in spring training, I don't think Red Sox fans expected to see very much of Kevin Youkilis, but because of injuries, in particular to Bill Miller early in the season, he has arrived and he has done very, very well. You look among the rankings among the rookies in the American League, a 383 on-base percentage. That's the best in the American League. 279 average behind Rios of Toronto, and 32 RBIs second, 6 home runs third, both behind Bobby Crosby of the Oakland Athletics. But the impressive number to me, the 386 with runners in scoring position. And here's a guy that's a young player, not a lot of minor league experience, but he really does do a great job with patience at the plate. He gets good pitches to hit, and that's why those numbers are very high with runners in scoring position. Defensively, he's also done very well, only 4 errors. Been a big surprise, a pleasant surprise for the Red Sox.
Today, Pedro Martinez is in search of his 13th victory of the year. He goes up against the tall lefty, Mark Hendrickson, and it's next on NESN.
Whoever said less is more never owned a TV. More is more. And with Comcast digital cable, you get plenty more. More choices. More sports. More ways to watch. More surprises. Now get your first month free on select digital packages featuring Showtime. So get more of the entertainment you love. Call 1-800-COMCAST.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Toyota dealers, by Coors Light, by Dodge, by Foxwoods Resort and Casino, by Bernie and Phil's Furniture, and by Southwest Airlines. And good afternoon once again, and welcome to Rhode Island Day here at Fenway Park on a very comfortable afternoon for baseball. 82 degrees with a wind out of the south at 14 miles per hour. Take a look at the wild card situation as we begin the day. The Red Sox are in the midst of a tie with the Anaheim Angels. The Texas Rangers a game back. And how about the Cleveland Indians? They are 60-55 and 5 games over 500 in the mix. The White Sox, despite their injuries, still in the mix, 5.5 back of the Red Sox to begin the afternoon. And the Red Sox today with a chance to take 3 out of 4 from these Tampa Bay Devil Rays. And Jerry, a very nice offensive explosion last night for the Red Sox.
It sure was, led by Kevin Millar, Jason Varitek. Red Sox ending that game very early in 3 innings, really. And those are the kind of games, you know, especially at home, you love to have, because it takes pressure off everybody. And there was some pressure coming off the road trip, not, you know, losing that first game back here at Fenway Park. But winning the next 2 certainly makes it a lot easier, and see if they can win another one today against Tampa Bay and take on those White Sox as they come to town. White Sox have been struggling also.
So Pedro Martinez getting the start here today for the Red Sox, looking for his 13th win of the season. The Red Sox last night, the winner Derek Lowe in last night's action, and certainly got plenty of run support in last night's game. One thing we touched on in the open today was the amount of timely hitting, especially with 2 outs lately the Red Sox have been getting.
Yeah, it's certainly nice to see. You know, you mentioned Derek Lowe, Don, and he made a public appeal in the newspapers this morning. Anybody out there that can help him with this blister, he's taking all kind of recommendations. It's been an ongoing problem for him, and it's something he'd like to get straightened out, because it certainly affects his performance out there. Interesting, he said on hot, muggy nights is when it's the worst time.
Red Sox take the field, led by Pedro Martinez. Let's take a look at the Tampa Bay starting lineup, brought to you by Rico. Carl Crawford in left field leading it off. Julio Lugo at shortstop. Aubrey Huff has been 7 for 14 in the series at first base. Rocco Baldelli in center field. Tino Martinez, the DH. He is 3 for 12 in this series so far. Jose Cruz Jr. in right. Toby Hall doing the catching. Ray Sanchez at second base. And Damian Rose gets to start at third base. The Devil Rays go up against Pedro Martinez.
And surprisingly, this is Pedro's first appearance of the year against Tampa Bay. In his career, he is 10-2 with a 1.79 against Tampa Bay ball clubs. He's coming off back-to-back 11 strikeout performances. One against Minnesota and the last time out against Detroit. A lot of those strikeouts against the Tigers coming very early in that ball game. Pedro with the strikeout second in the league to Johan Santana. A .240 batting average against is now 5th best in the American League. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by Lexus, and this afternoon it's Kevin Youkilis at third base, Orlando Cabrera the shortstop, Bill Miller at second, David McCarty gets to start at first. Left to right, Manny Ramirez, Gabe Kapler, and Kevin Millar. Jason Varitek once again doing the catching.
The umpiring crew is Brian Runge, and behind the plate, Bill Hahn at first base, Gary Darling at second, and Mark Carlson, the umpire, at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas tardes, amigos.
Today's game is available in high definition on Cox Communications digital cable channel 713. And that certainly comes into play with our Rhode Island friends. And Rhode Island here today on Rhode Island Day at Fenway Park. Pedro Martinez ready to work here against the Tampa Bay Devil Rays.
Well, Don, you were nice enough to join me this morning down on Rem Dogs on Yorkie Way, and you were right at home because all Rhode Island people were down there today.
I had a great time, and you're right. There were a ton of Rhode Islanders there today. It seemed like I would say the majority were from Warwick for some reason today. I'd say that's the #1 town as far as what was represented today down there. A beautiful day for baseball so far at Fenway Park to begin the afternoon. Pedro staring into Jason Varitek. And the first pitch. Slap foul off the left side. Carl Crawford at 303. 6 homers and 42 runs batted in. It's Salty Bryan from Rhode Island throw out the first pitch here today before the game. Nicely done.
I remember listening to Salty Bryan on radio when I was a young man.
I think these state days are great. You know, they come out from the states. I mean, not that they don't anyway all summer long, but a chance to come out and 1-2 is to right field. Millar on the move, won't get there. One hops him nicely, able to grab it on a hop, and Crawford's got to throw the brakes on. Had to reach behind him to keep that one. If it gets by him, Crawford's going to run a while with the speed he has.
Well, you're exactly right. With his speed, I mean, you may be talking about an inside the park home run. So Kevin Millar makes a fine play to get the glove on this thing, because you're right, it was by him. And as quickly as he turned around to throw, that's going to hold Crawford to the single. I thought at least 2 bases on that, but the quick reactions by Millar held him to first base.
So Crawford aboard at first. Here's Julio Lugo bunting down the third base line. Youkilis quickly to first, into the runner with the throw, but McCarty nicely picking it from the back of Lugo's calves that time to get him out.
Now that'll probably go as a sacrifice. I'm sure it will, but it looked to me like Lugo might have been bunting for a base hit. And what tips you off to that, if you watch his back leg, watch it drop back, and that says that he's probably bunting for a hit and not sacrificing. A little bit too hard. He does get the sacrifice, but Crawford moves into second base.
So Tampa Bay going up against Pedro Martinez today. They're trying to grab a run here in the first inning. Aubrey Huff at 287, 21 homers and 75 runs batted in. Ralph deep in the box. Hitting at 222 in his career against Pedro Martinez. That foot right on the back line of the batter's box.
Very warm, very humid here today at Fenway.
Definitely a little bit more sticky than it was here last night. The breeze picking up from time to time, and right now blowing in from left center. The Red Sox 62-50 coming into today's action. Winners of their last 2 games after dropping the first game of this 4-game series to Tampa Bay. Chop to Cabrera. Waits for it to come down, and the throw in plenty of time to get Huff. On to third goes Carl Crawford with 2 down.
That ball bounced so high, Cabrera, it almost looked like he might lose it in the sun. Cabrera wearing those sunglasses, the ones you do not have to flip down, but watch how high this thing bounces, and Cabrera kind of backs up a little bit, almost like the ball got caught somewhere around the sun and was going to lose sight of it.
Two down, and here's Rocco Baldelli on this Rhode Island day at Fenway Park. The Rhode Island native hits at 283, 10 homers and 53 runs batted in. On the ground, Cabrera to the backhand, sets and throws in time to get Baldelli. Don't have much time with Baldelli getting down the line, but Cabrera gets the job done. The Devil Rays get nothing. Red Sox coming up.
You can handle a long, hard day, but can your deodorant? Yeah, it's Arm & Hammer Ultra Max with our Clean Feel formula for 24-hour protection. All day, all night. Guaranteed. Ultra Max deodorant. 24 hours of clean.
It's Toyota time, the nationwide clearance event, the year's biggest event. You've got to act now. Get a clearance deal now on the legendary Toyota Camry sedan. $1,000 cash back. Or you could save with special 0% financing. Or choose the sleek Solara Coupe, and you could save over $1,000 with 0% financing. But hurry. Toyota's nationwide clearance event ends September 7th. See your New England Toyota dealer now.
So, what's the weekend hold in store for you? Ask your doctor if a free sample of prescription Cialis is right for you. Cialis, are you ready?
Take me out to the party. Take me out to the bar. Pick up the next round of Cold Course Light. I hope that I got her phone number right. It's those blondes, brunettes, and those redheads with rigs in their bellies and ears. For it's 1, 2, 3 nights a week, my bros and beers.
Unleash the Rocky Mountain cold taste of Coors Light.
Last half of the first inning, the Red Sox coming up.
El Cabrera making the play on the one hard hit ball by Baldelli. And you know what I've noticed about Cabrera? It just seems like he throws the ball as hard as he has to first base. You know, he's got a strong arm. That time it didn't look like a bullet over there, but certainly had Baldelli by enough.
Let's take a look at the Red Sox starting lineup, brought to you by Dodge. Gabe Kapler at the top of the Red Sox order, giving Johnny Damon the day off. Kevin Youkilis at third base. Manny Ramirez in left. David Ortiz, the DH. Kevin Millar in right. Jason Varitek doing the catching. 6 for 11 in the series. Cabrera at short. Miller at second base. And David McCarty getting the start at first base, batting ninth. The Red Sox going up against former NBA player Mark Hendrickson.
See the numbers for Hendrickson on the season. He's faced the Red Sox 3 times this season, once in relief in 2 starts. He has an ERA of 9 against Boston, 8-10 on the year, and he has struggled in his last 2 starts. Starts against the Red Sox in Seattle, a total of 2 earned runs in those 2 ball games.
6'9", 230 pounds. Mark Hendrickson from Mount Vernon, Washington. Kepler fouls it back into the seats.
Well, we guessed last night, Don, that the lineup would be different, and it certainly is today. Kepler at top, Youkilis second, David McCarty in the lineup.
Popped up left side. Lugo taking charge, and the shortstop makes the catch.
Tampa Bay defense is brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. And this afternoon, Damian Rolls at third base, Julio Lugo back at shortstop. Ray Sanchez makes his first start of the series at second, and Aubrey Hubb at first. Left to right, Crawford, Baldelli, and Cruz. And Toby Hall, after a night off last night, back catching this afternoon.
Kepler retired, and here's Kevin Youkilis, who's been operating from the number 9 spot in the Red Sox order over the last couple of games, and has made every start at third base since Mark Bellhorn went on the DL and Bill Miller made the transition from third to second base. Youkilis been in there every day, and for that matter has done a fine job defensively for the Red Sox at third base. Youkilis watching that ball leave. Right out of Fenway Park, a towering home run over everything. Home run number 7 for Kevin Youkilis has put the Red Sox on top 1-0.
Now that was an absolute bomb by Youkilis. I mean, that's up above and over the Sports Authority sign above the Green Monster seats. That ball was down in the zone, and Youkilis just gouts it right out of this place.
The 17th home run of the year given up by Mark Hendrickson. Ready to deal with Manny Ramirez.
Well, John, I don't know if it's a trend, but, you know, last night we highlighted Millar in our open on Nesson, and he was 4 for 4. We highlighted Youkilis today. He's already got a home run. So we are not gouting these guys.
For a change. Normally we are blamed for putting guys into major slumps. 4-hit performance last night for Kevin Millar. Highlighted in our open.
Actually, Greg Petranzo gets all the credit for that.
A couple of players pointed out to me after our game in Tampa Bay that I had mentioned virtually seconds before Toby Hall hit his grand slam.
I didn't want to say anything.
That he's never hit a grand slam. I basically just getting it out of my mouth when he hit the grand slam. Bronson Arroyo mentioned it yesterday. That grand slam unfortunately beat the Red Sox and Bronson Arroyo in Tampa Bay. He has a grand slam now. Manny Ramirez 8 for 17 against Hendrickson with a home run in his career. 2-2 to Manning.
Red Sox waiting for Manny to heat up again. Hendrickson 471 for Manny in his career with a home run.
Ramirez 0 for 6 in the series against the Devil Rays. Flares it to right. Jose Cruz Jr. in his tracks. And there's 2 down. Today's game is available in high definition on Charter Communications digital cable channel 774 in Massachusetts and Connecticut. Two outs for David Ortiz. 308, 28 home runs, and now 100 RBIs for the second straight season for David Ortiz. He is 6 RBIs behind Miguel Tejada for the lead in the American League. Certainly the 5-game suspension cost him in that area. Never had a hit. off Mark Hendrickson in his career. Grounded softly to Ray Sanchez. The Red Sox gone in the first, but not before Kevin Youkilis hits a towering home run, his 7th of the year, as the Red Sox on top 1-0.
Money on your mind? At Sovereign, we're here with red carpet service. Guaranteed.
At Infinity's limited engagement sales event, the car of your dreams is waiting. Like the Infiniti G35 sedan, one of Car and Driver's 10 best for the 2nd year in a row. See your Infiniti dealer for attractive lease and APR finance rates. But don't wait too long. Infinity's limited engagement sales event ends soon. For a limited time, lease a G35 sedan for $349 a month.
Circuit City's a place for all your new school gear. Come in today and save $270 on this compact desktop computer package with an Intel Celeron D processor, Samsung 17-inch flat screen monitor, HP color printer, and DVD CDRW combo drive. Just $449.99 after mail-in rebates. And Circuit City's a place for the hottest video games, too. You'll get a $10 gift card instantly when you pick up Madden NFL 2005. Only at Circuit City.
Now, the 3rd annual WEEI Jimmy Fund Radiothon presented by Nesson is set for Friday, August 27th at Fenway. 2 great events will be featured. First, how to build a champion. A special panel discussion with the general managers of all 4 sports teams. That's followed by a bird's eye view of Fenway. A lunch with current Red Sox players to discuss their drive for the playoffs. For tickets and more information, call 877-738-1234 or log on to WEEI.com.
Why are you yelling?
I'm fired up today, and we love Rhode Island.
Tino Martinez to lead it off. The designated hitter. To the backhand goes Miller, sets and throws him out. Bill Miller with a nifty play turned in.
Well, the Red Sox have had a couple of fine defensive plays already in this game. The play on the bunt, the play by Cabrera to get Baldelli, and now Bill Miller. Back on the outfield grass, is able to plant. Fortunately, Tino Martinez going down the line doesn't run all that well, and Miller makes a nice play to get the out. Don, some people call these the dog days of the season. I consider these the most exciting days of the season.
Late August, mid to late August.
Especially when you get something to play for.
How could anyone think these are the dog days of the season? I mean, this is the important time.
They just don't understand.
Jose Cruz Jr., the right fielder. 3 for 22 against Pedro Martinez. Swing and a miss on the first strikeout of the afternoon for Pedro Martinez.
Mentioned Pedro coming off back-to-back 11 strikeout games. That may be a little bit more difficult against Tampa Bay. They are the toughest team, I should say the second toughest team, excuse me, to strike out in the American League. Change up that time doing the honors for Pedro.
There's Toby Hall, the catcher. Hall did not play last night. Brooke Fordyce was in there. 271, 8 homers and 46 runs driven in for Hall. Struggled lately as he is just 3 for his last 36. But to the 3-part all extra base hits and all against the Red Sox. Broken bat, foul fly down the right field line. Pedro's got some of it. Hall has some of the bat, and they both discard what they have for new one.
You know how you know if a bat's corked?
The way it splits?
No, the guy chases it down and dives on it before anybody else can get it. That's the case there with Toby Hall.
To right. Down the right field line, and McCarty with his back to the plate to make the running catch. Nicely done by the Red Sox first baseman to conclude the inning. 1-2-3 go the Devil Rays. Boston on top 1-0.
What's there to do in Philly? Oh, boy.
Well, I guess they want to come over and see the Liberty Bell.
You got the Liberty Bell.
We have the Liberty Bell.
Pretzels.
The National Constitution Museum.
There's lots of theater, excellent restaurants.
Well, there's a lot of culture here.
It's like a baby New York.
For me, it's the
cheesesteak. Cheesesteak. Cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak.
Cheesesteak.
Now there's another great reason to go to Philly. You can fly there for just $29 on Southwest Airlines.
I love Philadelphia.
You are now free to move about the country.
Want more adventure this summer? Get more. You'll find it at the Jeep Summer Sales Drive, where you'll get hot deals on your favorite Jeep vehicles, like Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, during the Summer Sales Drive, qualified lessees who finance through Chrysler Financial can get one for $289 a month for 36 months and only $999 to its signing. Nothing is more fun than summer in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And now's the time to get yours for only $289 a month. Want more? Get more. Hurry in during the Summer Sales Drive and get the best selection of Jeep vehicles.
If you've waited to the last minute to get a new suit, we offer 24-hour tailoring upon request. So relax, we got you covered.
Men's Warehouse.
You're gonna like the way you look, I guarantee it.
The one you crave is back. Wendy's Bacon Mushroom Melt. Warm cheddar cheese sauce and mushrooms plus hickory smoked bacon. It was worth the wait, so go ahead. Wendy's Bacon Mushroom Melt. It's better here. And our pickup window is open till 1 a.m. or later.
Well, the Red Sox throwing around some leather early here for Pedro Martinez. First it was Cabrera to end the first inning. Nice backhanded play. Gets a very speedy Baldelli at first base. Bill Miller going back to the outfield grass to get Tino Martinez for the first out of the second. And then finished up by David McCarty at first base. A very good play on a pop-up over his head. Looked like a wide receiver. He should do a dance after making that catch in the end zone. Yeah.
Kevin Millar, Jason Varitek, and Orlando Cabrera. You didn't double up on your medication today, did you?
And it's one of those days, you know, just feel good. I don't know what it is. You're on top, you know, just feel good. Feel good about being here at the ballpark. Trucks cooperating. Everybody's having a good time. Nice W would be nice.
1-1 to Millar. Leading it off here in the last half of the second inning. A solo home run by Kevin Youkilis in the first inning. The difference in this one.
Remember when Governor Dean went, yeah, that was the end of his campaign.
That was pretty much
boom, right down. Out. Gonzo. Big thrill for Kevin Millar today. He'll be in Nesson Studios after the game. On the post-game show with Tom Caron, Bob Tewksbury.
Millar waiting on the 2-2. There's center field. Baldelli in now back, and he makes the catch for out number 1 in the bottom of the second inning.
Tampa Bay really kind of catches a break today. Get that getaway day here at Fenway. They move on to Texas, which is about a 4-hour flight after that. saw Lou Piniella walking into the ballpark this morning. Nice and relaxed. I think Lou knows he's got something cooking here. You know, it's just a matter of time. He's got the good young players. Got to make some additions, spend a little more money.
There's Jason Varitek batting from the right side against the left-handed pitching Mark Hendrickson today. Varitek at 286 overall in the season, but over the last 12 games he's hit at 400. And against lefties, the .320 batting average with 5 homers. Over the last 12 games, he has 3 home runs and 10 RBIs.
I wonder, Don, you know, last night the Red Sox had the big lead. They were able to get a number of players out of the lineup. Varitek was one of those. Doug Mirabelli be catching tomorrow night with Tim Wakefield on the mound. I wonder had he gone 9 if he would have caught in this day game after night game today.
Well, Mirabelli has very good numbers against Hendrickson, 6 for 11.
I saw that when it's checking the stats this morning. Yeah.
They go up top. Varitek does not chase, and it's 2-2. Jason Varitek 1 for 7 against Hendrickson in his career as he takes ball 3. And it's a full count now. Red Sox will host the Chicago White Sox beginning tomorrow night. Tim Wakefield will face Jose Contreras. This is to third. Damian Rolls on to first. Tough throw. And the foot applied on the bag by Huff. Little dancer at the end to be able to get Varitek, and there's 2 down.
Well, couldn't tell what Aubrey Huff was going to do. At first, I thought he was just going to apply the tag to Varitek, but instead he avoids that and steps on the bag. A little bit of an errant throw here by Damian Rolls. It looked like here that Huff was just going to tag Varitek, but he tags the bag. I don't think Varitek knew what he was going to do either.
Two down, 4 in a row, retired by Mark Hendrickson. And here's Orlando Cabrera showing bunt. Cabrera with a batting average under 200 so far in a Red Sox uniform, hitting at 190.
Only 7 for 41 since joining the Red Sox, but defensively has been very, very steady.
Slap foul off the right side. It's 2-2 now to Cabrera. Red Sox tradition needs high definition. Today's game is brought to you by the HD experts at Tweeter. Tweeter, just sit back and enjoy. Strike 3 call. Nasty. Cabrera taking the first strikeout from Mark Hendrickson. In order go the Red Sox. The end of 2, 1-0 Boston.
Hi, I'm Joe Morgan. A few months ago, I told you about Little League Baseball's Urban Initiative program. I spoke of how this initiative would transform empty lots into fields of dreams, where children in disadvantaged areas would be able to experience the joy of playing baseball. Well, here's one of our dreams come true. I'm proud to be one of the spokesmen for Little League Baseball's Urban Initiative. We built it, and we'll build a whole lot more.
Sovereign, we're here with red carpet service. Guaranteed.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park. The Red Sox on top 1-0 as we head to the top half of the third.
And the applause you hear from the crowd is one of the legends here today in the legend box, Johnny Pesky. And of course, every time they show Johnny's picture up on the scoreboard, nice ovation from this Fenway Park crowd.
There's Johnny not in uniform today, enjoying the game from the legend suite. Ray Sanchez leading it off and grounding the first pitch to Cabrera. The throw in time, and there's one down. Red Sox baseball in Nesson is brought to you by GMC Trucks, by LoJack, and by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. Pedro Martinez has retired 7 batters in a row. Damian Rolls, the number 9 hitter, getting his first start of the series at third base today. And very quickly down 0-2. Rolls at just 175 on the season. Backs out, trying to break up the rhythm of Pedro Martinez, who very quickly got ahead of him. And he is gone as quick as you can be. Second strikeout for Pedro Martinez. 2 down.
Now a strikeout to Cruz back in the second inning was on a breaking ball. This is the fastball from Pedro. Fastball at about 89 miles an hour. It didn't take long to retire Rolls in that at bat.
Terrell Crawford. Look at the all-time strikeouts. Pedro now very close to getting to Warren Spahn, as this one to Crawford misses outside. 1-1.
I predict that Spahn will not get another strikeout and Pedro will pass him. Also Finley.
Really going out on a limb. The 1-2 struck him out. Third strikeout for Pedro Martinez. He's got it going on today. 2.5 done. 1-0 Boston.
What are you looking at?
Birds.
Have a bad poker face? Then PartyPoker.com is for you, because you can learn to play poker for free with thousands of real players. It's fun and as easy as checking your email.
Haven't you heard of the red-tailed ding? Ding?
Calling the therapist.
It's a sea owl.
PartyPoker.com. Come join the party.
I've never even told my wife this, but the Red Sox delayed my engagement for...
Now you can skip retail and buy almost anything for your home direct at insider prices, just like the stores do.
We saved approximately $5,000.
$6,000, $7,000.
We saved 30 grand. We have saved about $65,000 on cabinets for our house.
How is this possible? How can you buy like the stores do? It's simple with Direct Buy, America's #1 way to buy direct for your home. It's an entirely new way to buy home furnishings, cabinetry, carpeting, lighting, bathroom fixtures, appliances, electronics, just about everything and anything for your home, all available at confidential insider prices.
Direct Buy is a private, members-only showroom and design center. Direct Buy members have stopped losing the money you pay in retail markups.
Join the insiders who are already enjoying the many benefits of buying direct.
Call the number on your screen now to receive your free information sheet along with a free visitor's pass to attend an upcoming open house tour of the Direct Buy showroom.
0-0 lead. We're better than Fenway Park to celebrate your next birthday. From the beautiful 406 Club overlooking the field to the Green Monster seats or the new right field roof, America's most beloved ballpark has several locations ideally suited to fans of all ages and parties of all sizes all year round. For more information, send an email to events@redsox.com.
Our good friend Dan Roach and his son Harry enjoying the game with some very good seats, I might add.
And a very nice hat, I might add. Way to go, Harry. See, he's been to the RemyReport.com. Hi, Harry. Dan's got some pretty good seats, huh?
He does.
He's got connections.
He must know someone. Bill Miller leading it off here in the last half of the third inning. 269, 9 homers, and 42 runs batted in. To right, and a fair ball. Jumps up into the seats for the ground rule double. And reaching over, and Bill Miller leads it off with a double here in the last half of the third inning.
I didn't think that ball was going to bounce high enough to get into the stands for the double, but apparently a fan reaching over causing fan interference, and they will place Bill Miller at second base. And maybe it was going to go in, Don. He had a hit right at the top of the wall. And the guy that reached over, he didn't get it. That's the fire department. Dennis Leary last night here, of course.
Yes.
Boy, we had a lot of comments about that out at the Rem Dogs today.
People were very excited about that. David McCarty standing in with a runner at second base. .244, 3 homers, and 16 runs batted in. Towards the photographer's well beyond the Red Sox dugout. One of the reasons McCarty in the lineup today, his success against Mark Hendrickson. They go up top that time to get McCarty. Big swing and a miss. Second strikeout for Hendrickson.
Yeah, upstairs by design by Hendrickson. They quickly get ahead of David McCarty. The high target for the high fastball, and Hendrickson hits that spot. No contact from David McCarty. That high pitch looks so good to hitters, but it's so tough to catch up to.
Miller still at second base, 1 down. Second time through now. The Red Sox order for Mark Hendrickson. Gabe Kapler popped out to the shortstop Julio Lugo in the first. Up the middle and into center field. Miller coming around. Baldelli with no throw, and the Red Sox lead it 2-0.
Well, you know, Don, when you go down and you look at the lineup every day and you see players all of a sudden in a different position. For example, today, Kapler, and you say, gee, I wonder why the leadoff spot. All you got to do is look at the numbers. 375 coming into the game against Hendrickson. That's the reason he's leading leadoff in this ball game, and it pays off here. Drives in his 23rd run of the season.
So Miller with the leadoff double to begin the inning, comes around to score the Red Sox second run. And here's Kevin Youkilis taking a first pitch strike from Hendrickson. Kevin Youkilis with a long home run, his first time up back in the first inning. His 7th home run of the season. He is not too far removed from his first 2 career home run game against the Detroit Tigers over last weekend, and the final weekend of that long 2-week road trip for the Red Sox. How long does it take to become comfortable at the major league level? I've heard before years, like 2 or 3 years before you feel like a regular.
Yeah, you know, I think the first year that you're up there, you're always thinking, you know, I've got a producer, I'm heading back. I mean, you can't help but think that way. And then, you know, you always, I shouldn't say always, but a lot of players start out with success, and then it's an adjustment period. You know, they figure out a way to get you out, and then you have to adjust back. And the guys that can adjust back are the guys that stay and are successful.
Slow chopper rolls on the run, gathers and throws in time to get Youkilis. Up to second base goes Kapler, 2 down.
I'll tell you the truth, John. I came up under Dick Williams in my first year as a rookie. And as long as he was managing the club, I never felt comfortable. I mean, I felt like I was always one mistake away from AAA.
How many years was he with you?
About 1.5 years before he got fired. I was so uncomfortable, I personally went and had him fired.
Was his firing a good day for you or a bad day?
No, it was a bad day.
Yeah.
It really was, because he taught me an awful lot of baseball. He had some trouble with some veteran players, and it was just a marriage that was not going to last. And he wanted a little more power. He wanted, I think, to be the general manager and the manager. That was not going to happen, so they went separate ways. But, you know, he taught me an awful lot of baseball in the 1.5 years that I did play for him. He was tough. I mean, he was tough.
Manny Ramirez flied to right his first time up. We mentioned off the top of the telecast the 2-out production lately for the Red Sox. 405, 20 RBIs this month. And 2 outs and runners in scoring position. Seems like the Red Sox extremely timely hitting lately, something that was absent over most of this season, it appeared.
Manny, I'm sure, has the green light with the lefty Ortiz on deck.
They're going to put him on intentionally.
That's one way to avoid that.
So the first walk of the day started by Hendrickson, and it's of the intentional variety.
Manny now with 12 intentional walks. Palmeiro leads the American League with 14. Edgar Martinez, who has announced his retirement at the end of the season, he's got 10.
We didn't get to see much of Edgar. I mean, he's such a great hitter over the years. Tough to tell if his skills are really. We didn't see much of him this time.
Yeah. I hit that home run against us in Seattle. Yeah. But he didn't play a lot in that series.
I guess the guy going out on his terms, really. And his playing time has been diminished with Seattle. Ortiz grounding it down the first baseline. A fair ball. Huff sort of nonchalanted it. It gets by him. Kapler coming around to score. Ramirez to third, a run in, and the Red Sox lead it 3-0.
Jose Cruz in right field is saying that's a foul ball, but the umpire right on top of it. Bill Hahn at first base. That was strange. I mean, did that take some kind of crazy hop on Huff?
Did appear to change direction.
Heading toward the line, Reek puts the glove out and no contact. I mean, he was clearly way in foul territory, but that doesn't mean the ball was foul. It went over the bag. It looked like fair. I think that's a good call.
So 2 runs in so far this inning for the Red Sox. Bill Hahn, the first base umpire. Ramirez got to third, Ortiz at first. Millar fly to center field his first time up.
We see some strange hops down that first base line in this homestand. I think the wildest one was the other night, Julio Lugo against Bronson Arroyo. I have never seen a foul ball on the ground come back that much to end up being fair. It actually hit the first base bag. It started out on the grass on the dugout side of the field.
Popped up. Ray Sanchez. The wind playing with it, and Ray follows it a little bit further to his right to retrieve it. A pair of runs in for Boston. We played 3 from the Fens. 3-0 Red Sox.
Whose is this?
That's my sister's. It is? What?
Have a bad poker face? Then PartyPoker.com is for you, because you can learn to play poker for free with thousands of real players. It's fun and as easy as checking your email. PartyPoker.com. Come join the party.
Hi, it's Jan. Yeah, about the school play.
Well, what do we got?
Big spike in calls today.
Where to?
Half a dozen states plus a bunch of local numbers.
That's a lot of calls for one family. There's got to be a connection.
I got it. Looks like they just signed up for Comcast Connections any distance.
Get unlimited local and long-distance calling and popular features like caller ID for just $48.95 a month.
Cookies?
So why pay more? Sign up and get your first month free.
Ever notice when you're ready to watch a movie, something comes up? That's why I have Comcast Digital Cable with Stars on Demand. I get over 100 great movies a month. Like Mona Lisa's Smile, Lost in Translation, Spy Kids 3, and I can start and stop them whenever I want. Now I can watch a whole movie without missing a thing.
Upgrade today and get Comcast Digital Cable and Stars free for 60 days. Call 1-877-COMCAST.
Well, kids, if you're 14 and younger and haven't already joined Red Sox Kid Nation presented by Hood, now is the perfect time. And now all members will be entered into a special drawing for a chance to attend an exclusive Kid Nation baseball clinic at Fenway Park. Membership just $20. Pick up an application at RedSox.com by calling 888-RED-SOX-6 or at the Fenway Park box office. A lot of kids here this afternoon in this matinee game at Fenway Park.
Speaking of kids, Jerry, as we head here to the last half of the 5th inning, and there are a lot here at Fenway Park, we want to thank Miss Lane's 3rd grade class from Hopedale, Massachusetts, who sent us along a very nice book. They're all 3rd graders who made illustrations of their favorite Red Sox players, and they're very nice to send it along to us. Also, they sent a group shot of the entire class, and they all signed it for us, so we thank them very much.
Yeah, all autographed too. That's
very
nice.
Good. Yeah, they get the picture and the autograph and some very, very nice illustrations in this book. It looks like they put a lot of time into it. As Kevin Youkilis leading it off, takes it inside, but they're just outstanding illustrations, and I mean, a lot of work went into this, and we thank them very much. The 3rd grade class. Up the middle, Lugo ranging around the bag at second, and he throws out Youkilis for the first out here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
It's been a busy week for getting gifts here in the booth. Wally has got a lot of stuff this week. He got a hammock.
He did?
Yeah.
Where's this hammock?
Have to get it.
We got to get this hammock.
It's up there. Julie, do you have the hammock?
Gotten a lot of chairs, but I think this has got to be the first hammock you've ever received. He'll be here in just a moment.
Oh, this was something carved. This is supposed to be me carved out. This is a lifeguard chair, you know, that stay above water for Wally. This thing here is very nice. A lot of work went into this. And then here's the hammock. And I hate to take him off his head because we're winning, but you know, at some point, if there's a rain delay or we lose a game, we'll put him in the hammock for a game.
And he goes the opposite way to right field, and it'll drop in for a hit. Second time Manny's been aboard today. 1-out single. Let's say they get more creative as the years go by. Very nice.
See what he looks like in the hammock. Oh, that's pretty good.
It fits him perfectly. Very nice. Don't lose him, though. You may lose him.
We better get him back in his head.
Yeah, that's... This, though, look at that, though. That is supposed to be you,
It's got Wally on the back, too, see?
That is a very good likeness. David Ortiz with 1 out and Manny Ramirez at first base. Hendrickson 68 pitches deep into his outing, working here in the last half of the 5th inning. Ortiz to right center, in for a hit. Ramirez up to second base. With one down, the Red Sox have runners at first and second.
Well, David Ortiz had not had a hit, as you mentioned, Don, coming in this game against Henderson, but 2 today. 1 to drive in a run, and now 1 to advance Manny to second base. Fastball down, line drive, base hit to right field.
Kevin Millar, who had 4 hits here last night, 0 for 2 so far today, has put the ball in the air twice, flying out to center field and to second base. That's the 7th time in Kevin's career that he's had 4 hits in a game. Still standing with that open stance a little bit. Once he made the adjustment, he's not changed it at all, and since then he's been hitting very well.
Yeah, there's been no reason to change it. He has really got hot since he made that slight adjustment.
It's really over the last 19 games, and during that time he's hit at .470. And he turns on this hard into the dugout. Did it get low? It did. Here are the numbers reflecting the last 19 games from Millar. He takes this 3-1 now to Kevin Millar, with Manny Ramirez at second base, David Ortiz at first, and 1 down. This season, when Millar drives in a run, the Red Sox are 19-9.
On Zimmer in the dugout today after those line drives. He might want to put that Army helmet back on that he had when he was with the Yankees. Zim styling today with the shades.
Yes, those are some good looking shades.
I don't think I've ever seen that before from Zim. Plus, he's a noted author now, so he has to wear sunglasses.
Fair ball inside the bag and up into the crowd. The ground rule double will be awarded, and the plate for Manny Ramirez, which will put the Red Sox on top 4-0.
I'll tell you what, not only is Kevin Millar getting a lot of hits, but I mean, he is really scorching the baseball. Another rope just over the third base bag and bouncing hard into those stands that jet out toward left field. Fastball up, he gets on top of it to hit the line drive, and I mean, he wasn't 3 feet out of the box, and that ball was already bouncing up in the stands.
Chuck Hernandez, the pitching coach, out to talk to Hendrickson. Tampa Bay does have action in the bullpen as the right-hander has started to warm out there. The first action of the day. And the home plate umpire, Brian Runge, out to break up the conversation on the mound. Red Sox on top now 4-0.
Meet the U.S. Olympic team this Friday in the Boston Globe's Olympic Preview. It's your indispensable guide to who, what, and when to watch. Get ready for the games this Friday in the Boston Globe.
Lance Carter up in the Tampa Bay bullpen. Former Devil Rays closer. Jason Varitek batting with David Ortiz at third, Kevin Millard second, and one down. Hendrickson up to 76 pitches today. Last time out for the Tampa Bay starter. At 6 1/3, giving up 11 hits and 5 runs against Seattle. In a 5-2 loss, he was matched up against Ron Vallone. And Hendrickson threw 108 pitches his last time out. 8-10 record this season for Hendrickson. 4.24 earned run average. One ball, 2 strikes to Jason Varitek with 1 out and 2 in scoring position. Mark Hendrickson played 4 seasons in the NBA with 4 different teams. Originally a second-round pick of the Philadelphia 76ers in 1996 out of Washington State University. He is the 10th player to play in the major leagues and the NBA. Certainly we've seen our fair share of football players and baseball players, but pretty rare. As this one is up the middle and into center field. Ortiz scores. Here comes Millar around from second. The throw to the plate is in time. The Red Sox do get a run in as Ortiz comes in on the base hit by Varitek. The Red Sox now on top 5-0.
Well, Rocco Baldelli has been throwing many members of the Red Sox out, certainly down there in Tampa Bay, and now again here he picks up his 8th assist of the season. Perfect throw all the way in the air to get to Kevin Millar at home plate. You know, with nobody out, yes, that's a bad play. Not a bad play with 1 out. It takes a perfect throw, and that's exactly what it was.
So a single for Varitek takes second on the throw. He gets credit for an RBI, and the Red Sox with the pitching change from Fenway Park lead it 5-0. Still batting in the last half of the 5th.
Want more adventure this summer? Get more. You'll find it at the Jeep Summer Sales Drive, where you'll get hot deals on your favorite Jeep vehicles, like Jeep Liberty. Now, during the Summer Sales Drive, qualified lessees who finance through Chrysler Financial can get one for $259 a month for 36 months with $999 due at sign-up. Nothing is more fun than summer in a Jeep Liberty, and now's the time to get yours for only $259 a month. Want more? Get more. Hurry in during the Summer Sales Drive and get the best selection of Jeep vehicles.
So, Mr. Thornton, you know what you want? Mr. Thornton. Joe?
And the Brewers behind Joe Thornton's hat trick bring the Stanley Cup back to Boston.
Joe. Yeah. Can I get the Reebok cross trainer? Size 12. Yeah, you read my mind. Yeah, I know.
Olympia Sports knows exactly what you need to gear up for the season, like the Reebok Quick Step Cross Trainer with DMX foam technology.
Hat trick for the cup, huh? Yeah.
Get it at Olympia Sports.
Pitching change at Fenway as we are in the last half of the 5th inning. The Red Sox have the 5-0 lead. The end of the day for Mark Hendrickson. He worked 4 2/3, still responsible for Varitek at second base, and the new pitcher on is Lance Carter.
See the numbers for Lance Carter. His 42nd appearance, his second of this series. He worked an inning back on the 9th against Boston. A walk and a couple of strikeouts in that game.
First faces Orlando Cabrera with 2 down. Jason Varitek at second base. The Red Sox got a run in the first on the Youkilis home run. 2 runs in the 3rd, and so far 2 runs here in the 5th.
A nice thing by Lance Cotta. Every appearance he makes, he donates $50 to the Boys and Girls Clubs of Manatee County down in Florida. 42nd appearance, as I mentioned, on this season. A native of Bradenton, Florida.
He's undergone 2 different Tommy John surgeries in his career, amazingly enough. On that right elbow, 1996, the first time he had the Tommy John surgery, then had it again in 2000. Had 26 saves last year, being used as the closer for Tampa Bay. And a full count now to Orlando Cabrera. Cabrera has struck out and lined out to center field. Lined into center field, this time for a base hit. Veritek being waved around. Baldelli up and throwing again.
Wow.
And for the 2nd time in the inning, Baldelli has thrown a base runner out at the plate. Toby Hall holds on to it, and Veritek is out. The Rhode Island native Baldelli putting on a defensive clinic. The Red Sox get 2.
Circuit City's the place to build the Sony home theater system you've always wanted. From high-def TVs to amazing surround sound systems, you'll find great low prices on the latest Sony gear. And right now, you'll pay no interest until March of 2006 and get a $200 to $400 rebate. Plus, 4 free DVDs and a Sony backpack by mail when you buy any eligible Sony Vega home theater system. Right now at Circuit City.
This just in a nationwide taste test, the majority of Bud Light drinkers said Miller Lite has more taste than Bud Light. For details, go to www.sweetmother or frothy goodness that's badnewsforbud.com. More taste and still half the carbs of Bud Light. Miller Lite, good call. A nationwide taste test reveals the majority of Bud Light drinkers said Miller Lite has more taste than Bud Light. Take a moment to let that sink in. More taste and still half the carbs of Bud Light. Miller Lite, good call.
The wonder of it all. Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping. Spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live, yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods. Foxwoods.
Well, I'll tell you what, I think that Dale Swam's going to have nightmares all winter long about Rocco Baldelli. I mean, he just continues to make perfect throws. This is the first out against Kevin. No, that's the last one, excuse me. Veritek trying to knock over Toby Hall. Toby Hall looked a little dazed after that. And this is the one earlier as he got Kevin Millar at home plate. But one more look at Veritek as he comes in, tries to knock over Toby Hall.
Well, the rain has started here.
Rocco Baldelli not only has a strong throwing arm, but he's proven to us it's very accurate too.
Highly accurate. Getting down 2 at the plate in the same inning. Red Sox did come away with 2 runs and lead at 5-0. We just had a passing shower in between innings.
It was a cooling shower, Don, they call it here in the beautiful Northeast.
Leo Lugo leading it off in the top half of the 6th inning.
One more look at Jason Veritek coming around, and he's going to drip that shoulder, trying to knock the ball out of the glove of Toby Hall. Toby Hall looked a little dazed after he made the tag and held onto the baseball. I tell you, I think you see more collisions at home plate now than I can ever remember seeing as a player. It used to be most guys would slide. Now try to knock people over.
Youkilis grabbing that line drive off the bat of Lugo for the first out of the inning. Well, certainly one of the classics, that all-star game, Ray Fosse with Pete Rose. That one has lived for a long time.
Yeah, that one really hurt Ray Fosse's career. It seems like players today prefer to have a collision, than slide. And it seems like sometimes, and that's not the case there, but if you did slide, you may have a better chance of being safe.
Line to right and in for a base hit for Aubrey Huff. Well, Dunkin' Donuts is pleased to welcome those in the Dunkin' dugout today. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 5th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' dugout. Over 7,000 children have had the opportunity to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. A good time out there today. The Red Sox on top 5-0. There's Rocco Baldelli. He lifts a fly ball to shallow left. And he handles out number 2. Huff back to the bag at first.
I was surprised today as we look at the sky behind Fenway Park, behind home plate. Looks like the breeze picking up quite a bit, blowing out toward that left field wall. I'm surprised today, you think back at the games we played against Tampa Bay, and it's amazing to me this is the first time for Pedro against Tampa Bay this year.
So many other memorable starts against the Devil Rays in years past, but just the first time he's had the chance to face them in 2004. Here's Tino Martinez.
See, today's the kind of day, Don, you don't want a lot of sun because it heats up the atmosphere and it causes those thunder boomers to come through. You don't want that.
What can we do about it?
Tell the sun to stay behind some clouds.
Line caught at first by McCarty for the last out in the top of the 6th inning. A 9-pitch inning for Pedro Martinez. 5.5 deep. 5-0 Boston.
And this month on NewEnglandPGA.com, we visit the Sugar Bush Resort in Warren, Vermont. We'll check in on the revitalization of the Brookline Golf Club at Putterham. I'll tour my home course, Granite Links Golf Club, and their 18 holes. We visit the Granite State and Pheasant Ridge and White Mountain Country Club, plus an encore presentation of Lake Winnipesaukee Golf Club and their magnificent new clubhouse. All that, plus expert PGA instruction and Play Golf America events on NewEnglandPGA.com, seen exclusively on NESN.
What is the value of time? Time flies faster and faster, and time costs when construction projects are underway. You can afford to lose control of time. Gain control. Deploy e-contractors. These skilled contractors deliver efficiency to electrical construction, service, and maintenance. They value time, and they understand that your time is your money. E-contractors, the total electrical solutions network.
Where can you get rare, fine art below, way below wholesale prices? At Barry Chappell's Fine Art Showcase.
Hi, it's me, Barry Chappell, the fine art guy.
And he's coming to your house. Barry Chappell's Fine Art Showcase.
Wait till you see what I got.
Catch Barry Chappell's Fine Art Showcase on Channel 68, Wednesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights on Comcast Cable.
The Boston Globe pregame report. It's NESN's new 1-hour pregame show and a whole lot more. More pregame analysis, more Boston Globe commentary, news and notes, more player profiles, and more pregame fun. Weekly guests include Larry Lucchino on Tuesdays, Theo Epstein on Wednesdays, and Terry Francona every Thursday. From the fans to the field, NESN's got you covered. Now, 1 hour before game time. Catch up when you wake up each morning with Sports Desk. Tune in NESN anytime from 5 to 9 a.m. for NESN's 15-minute rotating sports update. Sports Desk on NESN. Our sportscast on your schedule 7 days a week.
Being the play-by-play guy for the Red Sox, it's really been a lifelong dream of mine.
Thank you very much, David Ortiz.
Being a broadcaster on NESN, you're so close to the action.
Hey, Wick.
Hey, Donnie.
The guys, they really make you feel like you're part of the team.
Never mind, let's go.
Doing play-by-play is not as easy as it looks.
Work it out.
Let's go, Orsillo. Double time. Come on. You're better than that.
I mean, you really have to stay focused out there.
Come on, announcer boy. Get up.
Well, I kind of played everywhere my whole life, but I'd always caught. I think my biggest strengths are my mind and my ability to lead and guide a pitching staff. And we have to be able to make on-field decisions.
This time they tag him out.
Well, it's something that I've worked on my whole life. Your job is to keep the ball in front of you. I think that's the biggest thing. You're not catching fish. No, it's not tough. It's fun.
Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Subaru, by Miller Beer, and by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Red Sox. Rhode Island Day at Fenway Park. The Red Sox on top 6-0 as we head to the top half of the 7th inning. All Red Sox so far today from an offensive standpoint, 6 runs and 14 hits. And from a pitching standpoint, Pedro Martinez, 6 shutout innings so far here today as he works into the 7th inning, having thrown only 67 pitches. So he's in very good shape in terms of the pitch count. Jose Cruz Jr., Toby Hall, and Ray Sanchez to bat here in the top of the 7th inning. Jose Cruz Jr. is 0 for 2. He has struck out, fly to left. Pedro Martinez today, 5 strikeouts through the first 6 innings. Through and into right field. Leadoff base hit for Jose Cruz Jr. The league leaders are brought to you by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. And the category today is strikeouts. Pedro Martinez with 159, including the 5 today. Johan Santana, who was matched up against Pedro Martinez a couple of weekends ago. And what was an outstanding pitching matchup. To short, Cabrera trying to start it in the second for 1 on to first. 6-4-3 on the twin killing.
I don't know if Cabrera was trying to deke the runner, acting like he was going to catch it on the line. I thought I saw him put his glove up, and then he plays it on the bounce and turns it into an easy double play. Kind of a soft line drive. See Cabrera with the glove up, almost like he was going to catch a line drive to hold runners. And then he lets it bounce and turns over the deuce.
Two down for Ray Sanchez. Ray Sanchez, a member of the Red Sox in 2002, played in 107 games, hitting at .286 that season with the Red Sox. He had a very good first half, which he was up over 300, but then got back down under 300 in the second half of the season. Finished up at .286. It was very good defensively at second base. In fact, when Ray Sanchez was here, there were many that felt he was the best second baseman the Red Sox have had since Denny Doyle. I mean, Jerry Remy, the 1-2, fouled off back to the backstop. I couldn't resist.
I know. He really did have a good defensive year at second base, turning double plays. Very solid on anything that was hit to him. And Derek Lowe certainly appreciated a lot of those plays. It was Ray Sanchez that was at second base, making that last out in Derek Lowe's no-hitter against Tampa Bay here at Fenway.
Swing and a miss. Look out. The bat headed back into the seats. 11-pitch inning. Pedro Martinez with another strikeout, his 6th. Looks like everybody's all right. And it's 7th inning stretch time. Red Sox on top 6-0.
Dad, Timmy hit a home run.
Great. Put the little slugger on.
Hello?
I hear you got a big hit today, Timmy.
I sure did, Grampy. I won the game.
Sure wish I could have been there.
I did too, because that's what it said on my birthday and at Christmas when my baby sister was born and on Halloween.
Money on your mind? At Sovereign, we're here with red carpet service. Guaranteed.
Want more? Get more. Just get going to the Dodge Summer Sales Drive, where you'll have to hurry if you're going to grab the Hemi-powered Dodge Ram 1500 and get $1,000 bonus cash for a combined cash allowance of $4,500. But you've got to get it in gear because these offers end August 31st. Want more? Get going. See your Dodge dealer today because summer's almost gone, and so is the Summer Sales Drive.
Back at Fenway as we head down to the last half of the 7th inning. Jason Varitek to lead it off here against Lance Carter. Varitek thrown out by Rocco Baldelli. Baldelli throwing out 2 in the same inning. In the 5th inning, and now has 9 assists, tied with 4 others atop the American League in that category. But 2 here today for Rocco in center field on Rhode Island Day. Jason Varitek, Orlando Cabrera, and Bill Miller expected here in the last half of the 7th inning. Jason Varitek 1 for 3 today with an RBI. A single in the 5th. Huff will take it alone for the first out of the inning. Let's take a look at what's on tap for the Red Sox, brought to you by Heineken. The White Sox come to town for the first time this season. UPN 38 will have the first one in Boston. NESN outside of the Boston area. Saturday and Sunday right here on NESN. And then the Toronto Blue Jays will be in Monday through Wednesday with all the action right here on NESN with the start times at 7 p.m. Jerry, in fact, the next time you and I will be together, we will be talking to everybody from the monster seats in left field.
Oh, that's right. Saturday night we're doing the game, I guess weather permitting, from on the monster seats. We did, what, 2 last year? 1 from out there. We had a lot of fun.
Sponsored by Miller Beer.
You know what the best part was?
What's that?
Buying everybody hot dogs and beers on NESN. That was great.
That's right. Look at that NESN charge card with you. We'll be heading out there. Bet you they don't plan on that on Saturday. The 1-2 is grounded back to Carter, snares it. Fires to first, and there's 2 down.
I will admit, from a broadcast point of view, it's a little bit difficult to do the game.
The whole thing's backwards for you.
The whole game's backwards. You know, like you watch the monitor, you look up, and everything's going like a weird way. It's not going where it's supposed to go.
I think it took me 2 innings last time we did it to figure out that right field is actually left field.
I never quite got it, so that's why I got up and started to mingle with the crowd.
You left last year. You gonna leave me again?
I might. I might. Talk to the folks, have a good time out there.
Bill Miller's had a great day. 3 for 3 with 2 doubles. I forgot about that. I did like 4 innings by myself.
I was never far behind, though, Don. I was always aware of what was going on.
Bill Miller with 3 hits today. David Ortiz with 3 hits today. The Red Sox have banged out 14 hits. Tampa starter Mark Hendrickson on the hook. 4 2/3. He gave up 5 of the 6 runs the Red Sox have. 4-pitch walk to Bill Miller on base for the 4th time today. Here's David McCarty. He's been on base twice today. Struck out in the 3rd, but singled in the 4th and walked in the 6th inning. Red Sox claimed McCarty off waivers from the Oakland A's in 2003. He's now 34 years of age. Played with these Devil Rays in 2002 to David McCarty. He's been in the big leagues with the Twins, the Giants, and Mariners, Royals, Devil Rays, Athletics. Now in his 2nd season as a member of the Red Sox. Hard to imagine with the kind of season that he has had that he was contemplating retiring in spring training if he did not make the Red Sox roster coming out of Fort Myers. He did and has been here all season, but really giving a lot of thought to retiring. A lot of English on that, but run down by Carter, who flips to first to retire McCarty. The Red Sox are retired in the 7th. Boston on top 6-0.
What's there to do in Philly? Oh, boy.
Well, I guess they want to come over and see the Liberty Bell.
You got the Liberty Bell.
We have the Liberty Bell.
Pretzels.
The National Constitution Museum.
There's lots of theater, excellent restaurants.
Well, there's a lot of culture here.
It's like a baby New York.
For me, it's the
Cheesesteak.
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 Now there's another great reason to go to Philly. You can fly there for just $29 on Southwest Airlines.
I love Philadelphia.
You are now free to move about the country.
The conditions at today's venue are perfect. Not too hot, not too cold.
Henry scores some points early with a hand wash.
Good move avoiding the pants there. No surprises in this routine.
Wait a minute. Booyah! What a finish! This moment deserves a Pepsi Edge.
Reward yourself with new Pepsi Edge. It has full-on flavor, but 50% less sugar and carbs. So feel free to celebrate any little achievement.
Years of conditioning really paid off there.
Want more adventure this summer? Get more. You'll find it at the Jeep Summer Sales Drive, where you'll get hot deals on your favorite Jeep vehicles, like Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now, during the Summer Sales Drive, qualified lessees who finance through Chrysler Financial can get one for $289 a month for 36 months and only $999 to its signing. Nothing is more fun than summer in a Jeep Grand Cherokee. And now's the time to get yours for only $289 a month. Want more? Get more. Hurry in during the Summer Sales Drive and get the best selection of Jeep vehicles.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by New England Ford Dealers, by Aflac, by New England Jeep Dealers, by Dunkin' Donuts, and by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. Pedro Martinez has thrown 78 pitches through 7 shutout innings. He has struck out 6 today, and he works his way into the 8th. He's had a very favorable pitch count all day long. Does not have a complete game to his credit in 2004. As he works here into the 8th, Damian Rolls 0 for 2 today, has struck out twice. Quickly down 0-2. Set some tough at bats today against Pedro Martinez. He's not alone in that category. Rolls recalled for the 3rd time this season from AAA Durham on August 1st. Making his third start since coming up on August 1st. He was actually the Tampa Bay Devil Rays opening day third baseman. And was sent down for the first time on May 5th. The 2-2. Struck him out for the third time today. The trifecta for Damian Rolls up against Pedro Martinez. And a strikeout number 7 for Pedro.
Fastball back in the third, curveball in the fifth, and back to the fastball here in the eighth. Tough afternoon for Damian Rolls against Pedro Martinez. Prior to this game, Damian Rolls had a couple of hits off Pedro, 2 for 8. But no contact this afternoon.
7 punchados. Carl Crawford 1 for 3, lifts it to right. Millar back there to make the catch for out number 2. Last time out for Pedro. The victory at Detroit, going 7 2/3, giving up 2 runs, 1 earned. He threw 110 pitches. He's won 4 of his last 5 decisions. Julio Lugo with an infield hit in the 4th is 1 for 3 today. Action in the Tampa Bay bullpen. Their closer, Danny Baez, who's not had a lot of work. Fouled off, and it's 2-2. Two down, top half of the 8th inning. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Julio Lugo, the hitter. Petey's got it going on today. Strikeout number 8. Down in order go the Devil Rays. We head to the last of the 8th. 6-0 Boston.
So guys, any words of wisdom?
Yeah, run. Well, Wendy's bacon mushroom melt is back.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, with bacon and warm cheddar cheese sauce.
And those mushrooms.
Huge help, guys. Thanks.
I gotta have one.
I'm getting married in 5 minutes.
Come on, how long could it take?
The one you love is back. Wendy's delicious bacon mushroom melt. It's better here.
See why we had to have one?
I do.
And our pickup window's open till 1 a.m. or later.
Hyundai's winning streak summer clearance is now held over. Time is running out to save on the popular Hyundai Elantra. The Elantra costs $1,600 less than a Honda Civic LX when comparably equipped. And right now you get up to $2,000 cash back or 0% APR on every Elantra. Plus, Hyundai's award-winning quality is backed by America's best warranty. 10 years, 100,000 miles. So don't walk, run to Hyundai's winning streak summer clearance. Get a 2004 Hyundai Elantra with up to $2,000 cash back at your local Hyundai dealer.
When you stop at the light and you're letting the rims bling, belly button ring, sweet as a scoop of some ice cream. Course light in the day, or course light into the night. It's the summertime and baby, we gonna do it right. Yeah, the sun is shining, it's bikinis and beaches and wet tees. It really don't matter if it's 90 degrees. Course light, frostbitten, chilling under the rays. Say how you gonna be a player if you don't know how to play.
Unleash the Rocky Mountain cold taste of Coors Light.
This is by Ezra. 6-0. Red Sox on top as we head to the bottom of the 8th. Some friends of Jerry's.
From L.A., La La Land.
This game summary is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. 3 hits today for Bill Miller, 3 hits for David Ortiz. Solo home run back in the first inning for Kevin Youkilis to get the Red Sox started on their 14-hit attack today, and 6 runs. Everybody's got at least 1. Pedro Martinez, 89 pitches through 8. He'll make a bid for his first complete game of the season for the Red Sox here today with a 6-0 lead into the bottom of the 8th. Denny Baez in to pitch for Tampa Bay.
And Denny Baez, the closer, 24 saves on the season, hasn't worked in 4 days. And Lou giving him some work here in the 6-0 game here in the bottom of the 8th.
Kapler leading it off and has a count of 1-1. Singled in the 3rd to drive in a run.
I want you to be honest, Don. You came down today to sign autographs down on Rem Dogs on Yorkie Way, and you had a burger. Was it good?
It was outstanding.
I'm telling you, the food's really good.
I will be honest, and you know I would be. If it wasn't too good, I tell you, it was so-so. It was very, very good. Charbroiled. This player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. Good numbers and not a lot of time for Gabe Kapler this season. This is game number 113. He's made 51 starts now. No, it was very, very good. Juicy, thick.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it.
The food's been excellent. Julie had the roast pork sandwich.
She goes for that every day.
That was good.
Yeah.
People are very nice, you know.
Yeah.
Have a nice time out there. Spend about a half hour, 45 minutes before the game.
On the ground to Sanchez. That one exploding on him, but he makes the play and throws out Kapler for the first out on the bottom of the 8th. That seemed to get on him in a hurry.
Yeah, ball hit very well, very hard by Kapler. But Ray Sanchez there to make the play. Sanchez only a couple of errors on the season. His time has been limited lately since Upton has been called up.
There's Kevin Youkilis. Couple of hits today. Check swing foul.
See, the reason I ask you because I've been trying to get Mike Narachi down to have a Cherie sandwich, and he never shows up.
He's very busy.
It's almost like he's afraid it's not going to be good or something.
There's a lot of duties leading up to the game that we don't have. And we can go down and meet and greet, but they have a lot of things to do leading up to the first pitch. So right, and Cruz Jr. sailing in. Take care of out number 2.
There's no excuse. He said he wants something free. So if he comes down tomorrow, he gets a free Cherie sandwich.
Two down for Manny Ramirez. Manny has walked intentionally and has singled in this one. On base twice today. The Red Sox will host the Chicago White Sox tomorrow night on UPN 38 in Boston, and on NESN outside of Boston. Tim Wakefield matched up against Jose Contreras, coming in for the first time in a White Sox uniform after the trade from the Yankees. And Contreras 9-5 will be looking for his 10th win. Tim Wakefield 8-6 will be looking for win number 9. Baldelli into right center for Manny to go the opposite way. Here comes the 1-2. 2-2 now to Manny. The Red Sox had 15 hits last night. And here today they come back with 14 hits. A lot about the Red Sox defense since the trade deadline, but the offense really coming around here at home again. to the tune of 14 runs last night. Here today on top 6-0. Payoff pitch. Ramirez carves it foul off the right side. The bat continues between Danny Baez and Manny Ramirez. Pretty good battle going on. A full count. Last pitch at 94 miles per hour from Baez. Pitch number 7 of the at bat. It's fouled off. David Ortiz in his 101 RBIs on the season. Wade on deck. On the ground, a fair ball out of the reach of Rolls down into the corner. Manny thinking two, and he'll easily cruise into second base with a 2-out double. Let's check in with Eric Freed. Eric.
All right, I've got to stand up for this one because the crowd is up with Manny on second base. Perfect timing for our Ford fans of the game. The Michaud family has come down. The sign says it all. Hold that up there, Sue. Sue, Deidre, Norm, Kirk are all here. 11 hours. Take a look at a map. That's Madawaska, Maine is 11 hours from here. Tell us about the effort to get here, Sue.
Well, we left home, spent a night in Portland, and now we're here. And it was pouring rain in Portland this morning, and it's nice to see the sun here.
It's beautiful, and we're glad it worked out. Now, Kirk's favorite, obviously, is Manny Ramirez. It works out great. They came to see Pedro, who's pitching great. And, Kirk, your favorite's Manny. Why is your favorite Manny?
Well, he gets a lot of home runs, and I just really like him.
And he gets doubles, too, when the Sox need it. Now back to you. Thanks to our Ford fans of the game. Safe travels back to Madawaska, folks.
All right, Eric, thank you very much. It's amazing how far people come. We met some people from Vermont who had driven a long time to get here today.
Yes. 11 hours. I didn't realize Dave Robertson pinch running for Manny. I didn't think it could go that far in Maine. 11 hours to get here. Wow.
Ortiz, broken bat, foul ball down. How about that? Reaching over to grab it, a Tampa Bay Devil Rays fan.
Is that Mr. Baldelli? Or?
I don't think so, no.
Is that the guy from...
No, looks similar, but no. You know what? It must be somebody because Todd Callis is going to be talking with him.
Maybe it's the guy from... No, it's not the guy from behind home plate, is it?
No, Rob we saw earlier in the series. The 1-1. Ortiz fouls it off. Two outs here in the last half of the 8th inning. Dave Roberts running for Manny Ramirez at second base. Ortiz hits it in the air to shallow right center. Baldelli there, and the Red Sox are gone. A bid for his first complete game of the season. Pedro Martinez heads to the 9th on top 6-0.
Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping, spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods. Foxwoods.
You can handle a long, hard day, but can your deodorant? Yeah, it's Arm & Hammer Ultra Max with our Clean Feel formula for 24-hour protection. All day, all night. Guaranteed. Ultra Max deodorant. 24 hours of clean.
So, Walter, you know what you want? Walter.
And Walter McCarty's triple-double in this deciding Game 7 brings the Celtics their 17th title.
Walter.
Yeah, I'll take the Reebok.
NBA swingman jersey?
Just got a new shipment.
How'd you know?
Good call.
Reebok and Olympia Sports know exactly what you need to gear up for the season, like the new Reebok NBA Swingman jersey.
Triple-double in Game 7, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
Get it at Olympia Sports.
All shave gels are full of soap, and soap can leave your skin dry and irritated. Introducing Gillette Complete Multi-Gel, the only shave gel without soap, so you get healthy-looking skin. This is more than shave gel. This is skincare for a man. Gillette Complete Multi-Gel.
Back at Fenway, the Red Sox on top 6-0 as we head to the 9th inning. It's been quite a day for Pedro Martinez. He has 8 strikeouts on the afternoon. And unfortunately for Damian Rolls, he has 3 of the 8. As we take a look at the pitching line for Pedro Martinez. Very good shape in his pitch count.
Not a walk today for Pedro Martinez.
Aubrey Huff to lead it off in the 9th. A breaking ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Pedro Martinez in search of his 13th victory of the season, his first complete game. As this one fouled off the left side, and he's now ahead of Aubrey Huff, 1-2. Red Sox have 3 complete games. They all belong to Kurt Schilling. To left center field. And high off the wall for Aubrey Huff. He's thinking 2, and the throw is not going to be in time. A double for Huff to begin things in the 9th.
Yeah, Aubrey Huff's not going to make it easy for you. 2 more hits in the game today, 2 for 3. Had a very good series. 2 hits last night.
Defensive changes for the Red Sox coming into the inning. Kapler moves to right field from center. Dave Roberts takes over in center field. David McCarty moving from first to left field. And the new Red Sox first baseman Doug Minkiewicz. Some defensive moves here in the 9th. Rocco Baldelli, the hitter, with Huff at second base and nobody out. There is action in the Red Sox bullpen. One to Baldelli. It is Folk that is up in the Boston pen. Threw that one by him.
Yeah, still plenty of zip for Pedro here in the 9th. 92 on that last fastball upstairs.
Baldelli does not have a hit today. He's 0 for 3. Pedro with the 2-2 pitch. Up and away. 95 that time. But it missed the mark, and a full count. First 3-ball count of the day for Pedro Martinez, and it comes in the 9th. Struck him out. Baldelli goes chasing, and he becomes the 9th strikeout of the day for Pedro Martinez.
Yeah, it looks like Pedro's trying to get a little extra on the fastball, and it's thrown his mechanics off a little bit. That ball was quite a distance outside, but Baldelli cooperates by chasing it. Pedro trying to put a finish on here with the good hard fastball.
Tino Martinez standing in with 1 out and Huff at second base. That was pitch number 100 from Pedro Martinez today. He has 1 out in the 9th. Falling behind 2-0. Today's attendance 34,804. The 55th sellout of the season, the 119th sellout in a row at Fenway Park. Again, 34,804. A beautiful afternoon in Boston. A strike to Tino Martinez.
And Pedro took a little walk off the mound before that pitch to kind of slow himself down.
Foul down the right field line, and it's 2-2 now to Martinez. The next strikeout for Martinez will put him into double figures. Count of 2-2 to Tino Martinez. Popped up. Right side, Bill Miller calling and making the catch for out number 2. So a lengthy at bat for Tino Martinez. He's the second out of the 9th.
And remember, Don, after the game on the post-game show, Kevin Millar joining Tom Caron and Bob Tewksbury. WB Mason's extra innings and then Granite City extra innings extra.
Tampa Bay down to their last out in the 9th. And time called. Jose Cruz Jr. 1 for 3 today, a single his last time up. Aubrey Huff starting this inning with a double, still standing at second base as Pedro has struck out Rocco Baldelli. They've got Tino Martinez to pop out to second base. The 1-0. Well, it's softly foul and it's 1-1. Pedro Martinez, who has only gone 8 innings once on the season. That was against San Diego in a 1-0 win back on June 8th. Trying for the complete game today. Rip foul, and it's 1-2.
Way to hear this crowd now.
Punchados for Pedro Martinez in a complete game effort. The Red Sox shut out the Tampa Bay Devil Rays 6-0. They take 3 out of 4. And an outstanding afternoon from Fenway. Complete game shutout for Pedro Martinez, the 19th career shutout of his career, and his 42nd career complete game. His 13th victory of this season, and a great way to end it.